It's something that she gets to do with dad. It's already her and dad's thing.
Yeah.
And you know, don't slurp in the mic.
Mm.
I said don't slurp in the mic.
I didn't even know I did that. Did not know it.
No, I think she'll have fun.
Yeah.
Two things that y'all do together: movies and popcorn.
Yep. And we like both of them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She gets to do those two things if y'all go.
Mm.
I think I decided y'all are going.
Oh, okay.
And she get to see her
God brothers.
big brothers that she doesn't understand are her god brothers
Mm-hmm.
or her brothers for that matter.
And they just be like, she's a baby. Both of
They
them.
be like, she's a baby and she's a girl.
Yeah, both of them be doing
They
that, man. It's funny.
still haven't met the little.
I don't think so.
No, they haven't.
They haven't? Oh, they
Good
need to.
morning, Sharon.
Good morning, Sharon.
They were supposed to meet him when everybody came over for Christmas. For
Yeah, but they didn't.
it
They
wasn't
didn't come.
Christmas
Yeah.
yet, but you know what I mean.
Hmm.
And one of them was sick.
Yeah.
So
Man, it was something else I wanted to talk about today. I can't remember what it was. But good morning to you.
good morning.
Um, Woke up this morning with a headache.
I'm not laughing at that because
What
you hadn't even said headache. I thought you were going to talk about me breaking the blinds.
that was so peep this. So when I woke up at 2 to take the headache medicine, I was like, "Good morning, Irene." I was like, "She said she broke the blinds. I wonder what because I didn't know what it looked like."
I showed you the picture. You don't remember that either.
No, absolutely not. I don't even remember falling asleep. I was like, I wonder, did I fall asleep first or did Quad fall asleep
I
first?
don't know.
I have no clue.
I don't know.
So walk in the kitchen, cut the light on. I said, "Was she trying to hurt a monster? Like what happened?"
So y'all, I come downstairs last night um before I got into bed and there was a stink bug on the blinds in the kitchen. And I don't know how it got in, but it got in. And I grabbed a fly swatter and I slapped the blinds and they broke like in multiple pieces.
Like I was like, "God, Lee, you must have swung hard at the blind. Like I mean, brute force at these blinds the way that they broke." And I was like, "All right, so I got to at least we got the blinds to put up there. I hope."
Yeah, this the
No,
blinds
I'm
that's
hoping they fit though.
I think they do. I don't
I,
know. I don't know. I don't have an answer to that.
I could just see your face now, like, uh, this ain't gonna fly with me. You probably knocked something down that was in the window.
No, I didn't. It was just the bug. But
Oh
then when
man.
I hit the bug, I don't know. I didn't know where it went. So I was like, "Oh my god, where is it? It better be dead."
Oh
So
man.
then I found it, and I just threw it in the
Yeah,
trash. Like,
yeah. So
just
growing
scooped
up,
up.
funny thing. Good morning, everybody. Uh, Funny thing about bugs.
Mhm.
Growing up, my grandmama house, they had the big water bugs.
Mhm.
I didn't know what a big water bug was. This first time seeing it. So and it's funny because these are the first time I saw a roach that was that big.
Mhm.
Usually little roaches is little roaches. But no, these roaches had jobs.
They had wings.
They had wings and everything. Check this. So check. I'm spending the night on my grandparents' house,
Uh-huh.
you know, minding my business, my child like mine. And I said, big ass roach just run across the like floor. What was that? Like, oh my God. This is the first time seeing it. So so I get up, get a shoe, get ready to kill it. Couldn't find
Mm.
it.
Mm.
And I'm looking at it,
You
right?
was ready to burn that place down.
Oh man. When I found it,
Oh
that
my
and
god.
went to swing at it, it jumped and flew.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. You know how I am with things that I'm uncomfortable with. Well, it was worse then. I jumped so hard and told my I told my grandma, I said, I didn't know they could fly. What type of bugs y'all got over here? What
And I
type
can
of
only
bugs y'all
imagine
got
her
over
response.
here? That's when she explained to me what
Your grandma
they were.
was such a funny lady.
Don't play Scrabble again. Well, can't nobody play Scrabble with her no more, but man. I used to swear up and down she cheated in Scrabble.
She just knew more
She
words
just
than
knew
you.
way more words than I
She
did.
read.
She did. She did.
Anywho,
Man, that's funny, man.
you have a headache. You took some medicine. That was
Yeah.
going to be my next question. Did you take more medicine when you woke up?
Nah, I just kind of laid down, watched the news a little bit, and it slowly went away.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I had a headache though, man. Sharon, I don't know if it's the weather or it probably is the weather, but
Tommy doesn't want to believe that things are weather condition related. I'd be like, it's probably a sinus thing because of the weather. And he'd be like, no, I don't have sinus problems.
well, for a person that don't have sinus problems, why would I think that
You
that's?
can get them
I don't. Okay. Good morning,
though.
man. Y'all need to see these blinds though, man. They look so sad.
I
she
take a
did.
picture of them and
She
post
did a
them.
number on these
I post them on
blinds.
the YouTube community tab
I bet you
because
she was like, "Well, Tommy got to put these blinds up."
I was like, I'm happy we got another set. That's the only blinds in the house that we had not replaced since we bought the house. Yep.
It sure is.
And the blinds are here. We own them. They just weren't in bad shape, or so we thought.
Yeah,
Apparently, they were brittle.
apparently.
And one swift pass of
Or
the fly swatter.
or
Would,
you just used a lot of force
I did not use a lot of force,
there's no way you can convince me that you didn't use a lot of force. You broke blinds. Blinds can withstand a lot of stuff.
except for a 3-year-old.
Right.
And I look at the broken blinds
Well,
right here.
she did that from doing this all day.
Because she a nosy old lady.
Oh man, that's too funny, man. But yeah, so I was checking out the news this morning
Mm-hmm.
and discovered that the Kings beat the Warriors.
Because I made you turn that game off because you
Yeah,
was snoring.
because I was asleep. Yeah. So we got a game 7, Warriors and Kings.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers beat the look, I was gonna say the Lakers beat the Supersonics, and that was a good day. But the Lakers beat Memphis and eliminated them from the playoffs.
Makes
You
me
all
a
right?
little bit sad. I woke up this morning and saw that, and I was like, "Oh man."
I was like, dang. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a Celtics fan. But I wouldn't mind seeing the Lakers Celtics final. That's it's out there. But I'm a person that enjoys rivalries. And the 80s were Lakers and Celtics, and 2009, 2010 were Lakers and Celtics. And I'm just like, oh, the 60s was Lakers and Celtics too.
I just have big Memphis energy.
I feel you. I'm rooting. Like, that was the hard part about this NBA, this first round, is because the home teams, Memphis and Atlanta, I really didn't care about the Lakers and Memphis, but it's kind of cool to see um, LeBron James at 38 still leading the team.
Mm-hmm.
But Atlanta and the Celtics, man, I was so torn. I didn't even want to watch it.
I had the blue. She had the chronic. The Lakers
Exactly.
beat the Supersonics.
Exactly. But I wonder what they like. You know, they have that. I be getting so sidetracked with what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That song, I still be wondering, like, what day was that?
They figured it out.
Did they really?
Mm-hmm.
I know it was a couple things. I think he came out and said, "Man, I don't know what I was talking about."
What day was Ice Cube talking about?
Man,
January 20th, 1992.
that's what it was.
That's the day that all those things aligned.
Lily finna wake up.
Okay.
She just lifted her head.
She's like,
I
I
hear voices.
I hear fun. Let me come and see
Somebody
what's going
laughed.
on.
Somebody laughed. Um. So yeah, Lakers move on to play whoever wins between the Warriors and the Kings, and the Warriors had them up 3-1.
Mhm.
I'm like, it's gonna be a tough one for y'all to come back and lose this game 7. But hey, whatever. Dude got the whole song.
Um,
No small. What do you say? Mama cooked breakfast with no hog.
yeah. January 20th, 1992.
When did Friday come out?
I don't know.
I think Ice Cube's career is like amazing to go from like
April 26th, 1995.
hmm, to go from rapper, like dope rapper, to this amazing actor, and now I don't know what's going on with him now. But
He's made enough money to rest.
yeah, now his son is into it.
Hmm.
I think that was so dope with the NWA movie that
Hmm.
O'Shea played O'Shea.
Hmm. I mean, wouldn't you?
It makes sense. Yeah, I don't know if my son could actually play me.
Why?
he looks
Why?
he looks like his mama.
Okay. You don't know what his face is gonna
I
grow
don't.
into.
I don't. Light skin Tommy. I'm gonna write a story about my life,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
She
exaggerate a few things.
she is creeping. Good morning, Lily.
That's the first time I seen her carry Abby with her.
Um,
Abby just get dragged down the steps.
to play your father in a movie is iconic.
Yeah, it's a dope thing to do. And it's probably like it was probably surreal to him too. Good morning, buddy. Huh. Good morning. Good morning, Abby.
She hasn't had Abby in a while for real.
No, she hasn't.
I
She
made
got
her
used
put
to
Abby
it.
and the mermaid back on her bed.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Good for her.
She
You ain't gonna tell mommy good morning? Good morning. Nah, she ain't fooling with you. I like how the sun just hitting the back of your head. Majestic.
okay.
What else? What was we talking about,
I
man?
don't know.
It's
You
not
have the
about
list. I don't have the list.
what happened to your list.
I never had a list.
What else happened this week, man?
Jerry Springer passed
Jerry
away.
Springer
And
passed
Harry
away.
Belafonte.
And Harry Belafonte.
Were you
Man.
in BCBC when he came?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So you don't have a picture with him?
What? Nah, I don't. Yes, I do. What was his wife's name?
Don't start me the line.
Yeah, I was there when she came. Let me see. Jerry Springer. I don't have a real sense of history with Harry Belafonte. Like I heard him speak and everything like that. But rest in peace, and the iconic legend. But also Jerry Springer. I have a
You're
real
not
history.
thinking about Harry Belafonte.
Who am I thinking about?
You're thinking about Ruby D.
Yeah, ain't they married?
No.
Oh
Ruby
no,
was
I'm thinking
married
about
to
somebody else, man.
Ruby D was married to oh my god.
Who's Harry Belafonte married to?
Um you're thinking about
Ozzie Davis.
Ozzie Davis is
Yeah.
Ruby D. Ruby D's spouse. I don't think that Harry Belafonte's wife was
Yeah, there you just said Ozzie Davis.
famous, for lack of better
Yeah.
words. Because he had a few of them. Now that I'm looking at Wikipedia, 3: Marguerite Bird, Julie Robinson, and Pamela Frank.
Nah, I'm sure I was thinking about the wrong person.
Mm-hmm. Also, the guy from Dancing with the Stars passed. Which guy
I didn't
from
watch Dancing with the Stars, except when who was on there? I think Emmett Smith might have been on there.
Stars. Death.
Dub, I don't even know her.
Lynn Goodman.
Who is that?
That's who she's talking about from
Oh.
Dancing with the Stars. I had to look
Good
it up
morning,
because
Miss
I didn't watch
Tillman.
the show.
But yeah, Jerry Springer, man. Jerry Springer for me growing up was the TV that you watched when we didn't have school or we was out on summer, like summer vacation was like Jerry Springer, spring break was Jerry Springer and Maury. And I used to think that, like, once I started watching Maury, I stopped watching Jerry Springer. But my sister put me on Jerry Springer because we used to watch the Wayne. It used to be the Wayans brothers, and then Jerry Springer would come on after that. Right, Jerry. We'd be at home yelling Jerry, Jerry. Man, but it was that was terrible TV
For a kid.
for kids, for adults too. She had to think about it. Still thinking.
Did you hear what I told her?
Mm-hmm.
And she still
She's like, I ain't
nah.
gonna do that. I know one thing. She better not pee on me. Yeah, shut this whole thing down. Did you pee on me?
I'm trying to tell her to go ahead and go.
Go ahead and go to the bathroom, man. I know you have to go.
Go ahead and go, and you can come back down here.
Yeah, you can get some bears when you come back. We rock paper scissors on who wipes.
I'll go.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't care. She just needs to go.
Yeah. Stop doing that, man. Yeah, but Jerry Springer, man, they had some of the worst things to happen to people. Like the thing that happened the most is I'm sleeping with your brother or your friend or your cousin or your boss. Like it's always somebody sleeping with somebody close. And I was like, it got whacked when Steve took over.
When
And
Steve got his own show.
yeah,
I didn't watch Steve's show.
I didn't either. Like or either I grew out of it. One of the two.
I mean, I watched Jerry Springer, but I wasn't like I gotta sit down because Jerry Springer coming on type of person. It would just be like it's on.
Nah, we was Jerry Springer finna come on. If we was home for the summer or like not going to school, yeah, we watched Jerry Springer.
That's why I know my kids need
The
to go to summer
fights?
camp.
The fights used to be funny to me because
I figure like whatever is gonna be their modern day equivalent
yeah,
is gonna be far worse
forwards
than what we were
because
watching.
it's so much more stuff that's allowed on TV today
Mm-hmm.
than it was growing up, and TV doesn't go off like it used to before our time.
It doesn't make sense, straight up. Like there was nothing appealing about
Yeah,
Steve on the show.
Right, except he was the head security guard that was always late to the fight.
And how did security end up with a show?
No clue.
What qualifies security to have a show?
I don't know.
Doesn't make sense.
They was trying to do something, and he was the next one up. I didn't know Jerry Springer was the mayor of Cincinnati though.
I knew he had a political run. I didn't know where the political run went. Go ahead and go with that. I don't know I didn't know where the political run went, but I did know that he had political aspirations, and apparently he may have like ran for Senate or something. Let me see. Jerry Springer. He was a political campaign advisor. He ran for the House of Representatives and lost. He was elected to the Cincinnati City Council. And he resigned from that after he admitted to soliciting a prostitute. And he was chosen by the city council to serve for 1 year as the mayor. And then he ran for governor of Ohio and didn't win. He wanted to run for Senate in 2000 and in 2004, but he didn't because of the negative associations from the Jerry Springer show. Did you know he was on the Cincinnati City Council and left because he solicited a prostitute? He resigned in 74 after admitting that he solicited a prostitute. And then he ran for office in the following year and won. So they just didn't care. They was like, prostitution? Okay.
They probably was hyped that he got a show.
Well, he didn't have a show back then. That was in the 70s.
He got a show.
I see. You got two of them?
Oh, man. We've had...
He wanted to run for Senate in 2000 and 2004, but he didn't because of the show.
Yeah, like, could you imagine him winning and people yelling, Jerry, Jerry? That was crazy. Then Maury had a show off the back of Jerry Springer. Like, what was the show before
off
Jerry
the back
Springer?
Of Jerry Springer?
Like, it felt like
Maury
it was
first.
Nah. Well, I didn't watch Maury first. I watched Jerry first. Like, my question is, what was the, like, how was the planning meeting going? Like, this is what we're gonna do. You know, too hot for TV type of stuff.
That's probably what's the planning meeting.
Probably. Or what was the show before that? Like, where did they get their idea to have that show?
Mm-hmm.
Because do you know when it came out?
Maury show aired from 91 to 2022.
To 2022?
Mm-hmm.
That's a run.
Mm-hmm. Jerry show went from 91 to 18.
I didn't know Jerry Springer was still coming on. They came out together
the same year. Yeah. Jerry Springer was in September, basically October because it was September 30th. Mm-hmm. And Maury show. I don't know what month.
A funny thing about being a husband this week that happened while you're looking up that, I just thought about it. Yesterday, you asked me, you opened them chips. And I just found that to be so funny because I was like, nah, I've been wanting to taste these chips like all week.
Why did you want to taste those particular
I don't know,
chips?
because they were new. Like I had never seen,
weren't new.
I had never seen that bag. And I was like, well, I wonder what these taste like. Because I know what the regular kettle chips taste like, the Cape Cod joints. But I was like, I ain't gonna open them until she open them. And then when she open them, I'm gonna ask for some if she like is not in the room. So I ain't gonna touch these until I ask for some. And I was like, how much stuff do I ask for? Like, that's yours.
I feel like Maury started out to be serious and then he started doing the baby daddy shows because the ratings were so good. Yeah, I agree.
Put it on your head.
The you are not the father shows were, that's what Maury is still known for. Like people say, if you do a dramatic run out of a room,
that's a Maury.
That's a Maury run. Like you're not the father.
You remember that dude at church?
When you and Chris was just sitting there like this.
Oh man, I couldn't stop laughing.
This man just took off and did. And our sanctuary is big.
I never understood the people at on Maury. Like they would go on there, know that there's a possibility, and when the one that they wanted wasn't the guy that it was, they just take off like embarrassingly. I guess they got paid to do that.
Yeah, I knew that he was married to her, and I always thought that was part of why she didn't like publicly take on the last name Povich, is to create a distinct separation in the in her career. These are not the Cape. These are Kroger brand kettle cooked chips, And apparently they put them in
Lily,
new
come on, man.
packaging, so he thought it was a new type of chip instead of that. And that's because the chips that I wanted, that I know the store sells, were for some reason not on Instacart.
Yeah, the
And
Cape Cod salt and vinegar joints though.
I don't like salt and vinegar
I
chips.
love salt and vinegar chips.
But
What was we talking about?
it's been, speaking of Instacart,
Yeah.
I had a time. I ordered a few things the other day so that I could make dinner. Um when I got my items, I was looking through the receipt because I was like, I only ordered 11 items. Most of them were duplicates of each other, like 2 bags of fries. Um, what else did I order 2 of? 2 bags of chips. Like, it was duplicates of most of the stuff, and it was 11 items, and they didn't fulfill 5 of them. And yet my total was basically the same after all the refunds. So I'm going through my receipt trying to figure out like what happened. The Instacart driver done bought himself some Prosecco and just went on about his way.
He was like, "We finna have a good night off your dime."
So I had to reach out to Instacart to get my money back. I was like, this dude really just like, had I not been like, why is my total? Because one of the things that I ordered was some salmon.
Mm-hmm.
And
We didn't get that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I ordered that, and that should have taken the total down like $20, right?
I remember the time I learned that salmon is pronounced salmon and not salmon.
But like, that should have taken the total down like 15 or $20, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, this was one of the 5 items. There's still 4 other things.
I'm glad you was paying attention that day.
But I'm just like, I guess I won't be doing, like, I like the convenience of not having to take both kids into a store.
Mm-hmm.
So I do order Instacart every so often. I used to get shipped a lot
Yeah.
Through
Is that better?
Target. I mean, it's still a
Same,
third
yeah.
party. I didn't feel like Shipt inflated the prices like
Yeah.
Instacart did. So I would order Shipt quite a bit, but I didn't get a new Shipt membership. And Instacart had Kroger now. So I was just like, oh, I'll just get the Kroger. And because I only need a few things.
Yeah.
And so when that happened, I was like, well, I guess I won't be doing this anymore. I'll be buying Kroger through the Kroger app and just going to go pick it up, which is what I had been doing a lot of up until recently. Like, I did that all the time when I was pregnant with Quad.
Yeah.
I would just go drive and pick it up. But I didn't have the time, or I didn't want to make the time when I got off work to go get the stuff for dinner. And then I still had to end up going out, but they gave me my credit back. So I just went on about my way and bought the things that I needed.
Yeah. I would have had to ask though, bro. Like, why you do that?
How would I ask him?
I'm just saying, like, if I had
if you were the people that work there.
Yeah.
I'm sure they see a lot of things like that.
I'm pretty sure they do.
And they ban a lot of accounts.
Yeah. But I'm
she
having
really
a time.
got you pulling this stuff off.
Yeah, man, she had me hula hooping yesterday in a 2 little hula hoop.
Yesterday, I went to go buy new strawberry planters at Dollar Tree.
Hitler.
And I should have bought all of them at the beginning of the season, but I didn't think I was going to plant that many strawberries, right?
Yeah.
So I got like 9 strawberries that are not in containers. I used to use Amazon Fresh, but apparently we don't live in an area that they service anymore. I miss getting Amazon Fresh because they never got the orders.
They're a lot better. Yeah. What grocery store they shop out of?
Amazon. Like, it's an Amazon like fulfillment center for groceries.
Oh, okay.
It's in Gwinnett, and they just don't come out here.
Oh, I got you.
Even though Gwinnett's like right there.
Yeah, I got you.
Um.
Just saw the hat move
Oh
across
yeah,
the
but
screen.
Lily in the Dollar Tree. I spent $15 at the Dollar Tree on things that she asked for. I see your unicorn.
Yep.
This hat, she tried to get me to buy
Mm.
a hat. Regina said it's late, but I wanted to say Panthers.
Okay, mommy has to turn it on for you. Thank you. She just don't care that she interrupts anything.
Boop.
Boop. Um yeah, I've never used I'm always antsy about using those things, man. Are they gonna
He
cause
also doesn't buy the groceries.
yeah. I'd be mad if they get my order wrong.
It's on in your room. It's on in your room.
All right, Lou, tell them bye bye. I don't she
Superhero.
called me a hero yesterday. You're my hero. I would just start laughing.
Okay, so you don't want to watch the movie?
Yes, Regina, the Panthers came up in the NFL draft. They just gotta get a line for that boy. Cause man, if he running from his for his life, his first year, second year, and third year, it's it's gonna be an ugly
Where's the bunny?
football career for him until he get out of there. But nah, they got a good one with him. I think the Falcons got a good running back,
I
solid
don't know
running
what
back.
superhero.
In the draft. And you know Hendon Hooker went to the Lions. He got drafted, I think 68th to the Lions. So and the Colts got the new version of Michael Vick.
Who is the new version of
Anthony
Michael Vick?
Richardson.
Oh, okay.
Like dude is cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's like mechanics that he still needs to work on, but dude's nice.
Yeah.
He's from Florida. My mom says she loves the hat.
Lily, grandma says she likes your hat. You tell her thank you? That's what you want to watch? Okay. It's
Um,
playing in your room.
but yeah,
It's playing
man.
in your room. No, it's in your room. You're not gonna hear it on my phone.
Lily, in your room, Lily. One day, one of my fears is Lily's gonna knock down this whole thing when we
Because she just
like.
hit the light.
She hit the light. She hit the table. People watching probably was like, "Whoa, what happened?"
Small little earthquake.
Right, small tremor. Don Lemon got fired this week
Oh
too.
yeah, Don Lemon and Tucker
Yeah,
Carlson.
I was like, it was crazy too. 'Cause I watch I watched I watch CNN like on my way to work, or I don't watch it. I listen to it on my way to work.
Mm-hmm.
And the day after, I think he got fired Monday. So Tuesday morning, I'm listening to it. They had a quick 3-minute segment of "Wish you well," "Sorry you got fired," and "We're gonna deliver the news." I was like, I wonder are they gonna try to replace him or what?
Mm-mm.
Because they have two females doing the news, and I'm like, do they like is that gonna be successful? Because they always had a man and a woman right there in that spot. So I'm curious to see what they plan to do. But I still don't know why he got fired.
Apparently, he don't either.
Apparently he was like 17 years, and y'all just fired me like that.
He gonna go over
He
there
gonna
with
go with
Cuomo.
with Chris Cuomo.
I actually attempted to watch what channel are they on?
News One or something like that.
News something.
Yeah.
Let me see. Chris Cuomo. He actually used Chris Cuomo's attorney because they still owe him like $25 million on his contract. He's like, it's my money and I want it now.
Right. So they owe Don Lemon
Mhm.
$25 million.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got to come.
I
up
think it's
off that.
25. I know it's double-digit millions. I believe it's 25 million.
So taxes going. Uncle Sam is 2 Chainz say Uncle Sam gonna take half of that.
That's fine. But he getting if he
Half.
gets
That's what some people don't
if he gets
understand.
10 to 12 million for no additional work done,
Yeah,
okay.
Cool. I'm cool with that.
Okay, he
Right.
took half. And
That song, the fact that Two Chainz did a song about Uncle Sam, and it made sense. I was like, this dude is a rap genius.
Who? Two
Two
Chains.
Chainz,
I like
Titty
Two
Boy.
Chains.
I don't know how to say his real name.
I don't know his real name.
Um, but yeah, man, he was like, what did he say? Diddy said I owed 100, and I gave him two, just so it ain't no mistakes. I was like, man, I want to owe that much in taxes and can do that. People don't understand, man. Like it's ways around tax. I don't know how it. I'm the accountant is coming out in me.
Mhm.
It's ways around taxes, but you gonna have to pay it.
Beyonce is actually in
And yeah,
litigation
yeah, I saw that
about
yesterday.
taxes. Um, she was basically like they charged her all these penalties and fees, and she was like they didn't count my however hundred like $800,000 charitable contribution. She like run the numbers back because we
Hmm.
did.
Yeah, y'all need to recalculate that.
And take the penalties off
Hmm.
and the fines because
Yeah,
I paid it. It's y'all fault that y'all didn't get it right.
right, right. No, but the taxes are always interesting to me. When I discovered that, like you get breaks and credits and stuff like that with taxes, I was like, oh, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized like a tax refund is just
Overpayment.
overpayment. I was like, if you get it right during the year, you won't,
That's why I'm like, especially with our state taxes, I'd be like, if we can come within $50,
yeah,
I'm gonna go and write this $50
right,
check.
right, right.
This year, it wasn't within $50, but it wasn't like my first year in Georgia. My first year in Georgia, I legitimately worked for a company from March to September,
Hmm.
but I transferred from Tennessee, who doesn't have state taxes,
Yeah,
and they weren't taking state taxes out of my check. And the offset from the other job didn't offset enough, and I owe like $1,000. And I was like, I'm sorry,
yeah,
where did this come from?
yeah.
Whose idea was this?
Man, that's crazy. What else we was talking about?
I don't know. You keep talking. I'm going to go check because I heard a thud.
Oh, yeah, we gotta listen out for thuds now, cause the boy somehow scaled the bed and crawled to the door yesterday. And I was like, oh, okay, so you just get out the bed by yourself now. All right, that works, man. So I'm really trying to figure out what all happened this week, man. This week was a blur, and the fact that it's already in 2 days it'll be May is kind of crazy too. Cause April went by fast, man, like super fast, and it feel like it ain't enough time. Oh, that's what she wanted. Mm. What we gonna eat for breakfast today?
It's not ready yet.
And a CPA. Yeah, man. Like just the taxes stuff, man, is crazy. Um, we had a debate in the locker room this week too. Yeah, about my thing was I was saying it goes Michael Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. And I was like, LeBron is the third version of Michael Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
Kobe being the second, and Michael being Michael. Even though they're their own person, right? But the way it looks to me, Michael Jordan is the man. But you have these other versions of Michael that highlight different parts of the game. Kobe is the closest version to Michael that I've ever seen play, right? And then you got LeBron,
Mm-hmm.
who's dominant like Michael. Like people, I hate that people hate on LeBron James because the biggest thing about LeBron James that I don't think people can take from him is the idea that he went to the NBA Finals 7 years straight, right? And you win some, you lose some. He had, but this dude is 38 and still dominating. So what happened?
Nothing.
But so of course my argument was quickly my argument was quickly like nah, it was rebutted and just, argued against. But I mean, when you think of like I always start with LeBron. I mean, not with LeBron, but with Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you got Will Chamberlain, you got all these other guys, Bill Russell.
I was trying to find this thing because you were talking about them, and this girl met her once. We were Facebook friends. She said LeBron will never be the greatest of all time because he doesn't have shoes that people base their entire personality on. I was trying to find the direct quote to tell you, and she said it this week. So I was like, let me scroll back a little bit.
No, I don't know if anybody will ever do what Jordan did to the shoe game. But the reason why I say LeBron is like a version of him. He doesn't instill the killer instinct like Michael and Kobe does, but he's a way better teammate than they are.
Mm-hmm.
From what we see. Like I don't know him personally, but and so from what we saw from Jordan in the ESPN documentary,
Mm-hmm.
Jordan was a terrible teammate, but he was a great winner.
Mm-hmm.
He got results. He
Mm-hmm.
won championships. That's what he did. The greatest thing said about Jordan was this week when the Bucks lost, and they asked him, was it a failure on the season? They asked Antetokounmpo. I'll be unsure about how to say his last name, but he was like Jordan played 15 years in the league. First 9 he lost championship, but he lost his first 9, and then his last 6 he won, or those 6 straight he won. So not 6 straight, but the 6 championships he won. So he was like, "Nah, I don't count this as a failure." But yeah, it's dub. Like that's the difference, the biggest difference between LeBron and Michael. We was trying to see if getting results is a great teammate, but I mean, like as a person, right? You can get results, but you don't have to be a dick about it. And that's what from my eyes, in my opinion, from the documentary, because I don't know Michael. I think Michael is the GOAT, will always be the GOAT. Everybody can break every record he has. Michael Jordan is the number. Like they do the top 50, top 75. What's the last one? Jordan was the to me, Jordan would be number one. If they was to line those guys up, Jordan is number one. And Klay Thompson would have been on the 75 list. But that's neither here nor there.
Klay.
Right. I'm like, how you have Klay Thompson, number 2 shooter, I would say, or top 5 shooter for sure.
Top 5, not number 5.
Not number 5. Just like Snowfall is top 5 show ever made, not number 4 or 5.
I didn't watch it.
You gotta watch it.
I'm not going
to. Anyway, LeBron, Kobe had the killer instinct. Kobe wasn't a bad teammate later on in his career after Shaq came, right? But before, like when Shaq was there, they worked together to get the result, but they didn't. He wasn't a great teammate, a great person to hang out with. It wasn't until later in his career, according to the documentaries, because I watch a lot of documentaries. But LeBron, from what we see, everybody enjoys playing with him. That's why he's been able to play with so many different teams and so many groups of guys that, he
Your
went.
cousin is stopping you.
For what?
I don't know. She just said Tommy.
I'm just saying, man. Snowfall is top 3. Yeah. I just say top 5 so people don't get in their feelings. But It ain't 4 or 5, man. Snowfall was a great show. Um,
I tried.
I get you. I get
I
you. I
couldn't do
feel
it.
you. I feel you. It's not for everybody. Everything is not for everybody.
I think that like what I watched of the show, the cinematography was great.
Yeah.
Um, it seemed like it had a great storyline. I just could not get into the story.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just don't want to watch drug shows.
I don't know. I like the story behind the CIA and crack
Mm-mm.
is always I'm wanting to hear everything about it.
Yeah, that's you.
But that's me. I like, I looked at Snowfall as being a loosely based documentary about the 80s
Mhm.
because a lot of people don't talk about the 80s.
Born in the 80s, crack babies.
Yeah.
Messed up what they did to him.
Mm-hmm. Dang. R.I.P. Young Dolph. But yeah, man. If LeBron just had a killer instinct like Mike and Kobe, I think there would be no comparison. He'd line up in number 3 a lot easier.
How many seasons does Snowfall have?
6. Yeah, it was way more than drugs, but that's the most interesting part for me.
I think that the hard thing was that the very first episode, and I don't know if that was the first episode of the show, but the first episode I tried to sit down and watch was the girl who got strung out on drugs and didn't make it to Spelman.
Yeah, that
And I was like, if this where we going, I don't want any parts of
hurt.
it. I'm
But
out.
it's the truth though.
Me.
Yeah, I get you.
If this is where we're going, I don't want any parts of it. I'm gonna tap out.
I
And I
get you.
did.
Yeah,
I like my television shows light, like Insecure. It's light.
yeah,
Nothing heavy happened
yeah,
there.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's the boy in me
Mm-mm,
that like all the hard stuff.
mm-mm, mm.
Um, I'm
I
glad.
think the last thing that I watched about drugs was when
Mhm.
you and I watched Drugs Inc.
How did we get there?
You told me that it was based in Memphis,
Yeah,
that episode.
yeah,
And I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And then I became intrigued because the apartments that they focused on were around the corner from my grandmother's house.
yeah,
And my brother and cousins used to get into fights with kids that grew up in
yeah,
those apartments
yeah,
all the time. So more so my cousin than my brother.
yeah.
Um, so it was just one of those things. It was like, oh, Clementine apartments are in here. All right.
Frankly, did tell her not to do drugs, and she did it anyway. But like my question is about people that like
You have glitter on your face.
I
That hat
know
is
that
already.
hat is everywhere.
I'm about to throw that hat away. We just bought it yesterday.
That hat is everywhere. But no, the thing that I that confuses me a little bit, like LeBron is a goat.
Mm-hmm.
Like like regardless of how many times he won, how many
Mm-mm.
times he's lost, like he's solidified, right?
Mm-hmm.
He would never surpass Kobe. He would never surpass Michael in my book, but he's definitely number 3 on Mount Everest. As greatest to play the game of basketball. I don't know who's next, but it's time for them to step up. And I don't think, in my opinion, and people ain't gonna like this opinion, but I don't think Steph Curry gets in that conversation. Because like the thing about it is Steph Curry's limitations is being he can just shoot. Like
Same girl said something funny about Steph Curry. Let
what?
me find
Nah,
it.
his son ain't like his children aren't gonna be I don't see it. And the best one is probably his the second boy.
You can keep talking. I'm
Now
still
I
looking.
was reading what Dub said. The crack era is like slavery. If they could live it, I can watch it. But I lived it too. Yeah, we came on the tail end of it, but we lived through the effects of it. Like after they got off of crack, or some people wasn't on crack or still was on crack. They just hit it a lot better. Um,
I really can't find it. But it was something about like the amount of money he has and how he still won't fly out
fly out or what?
a barber,
Oh, what is it? Oh,
because he looking rough.
okay. um, yeah, I don't think Steph changed the game because he took it away from you have to be big and physical and stuff like that, because Steph can shoot with his eyes closed and still make it. I saw him do that yesterday. Like basically, it wasn't his eyes was closed, but
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't looking at the basket at all.
Mm-hmm.
He literally was looking at the opponent, at whoever was guarding him, and just shot the ball and made it and went back on defense. Now his defense is questionable, but that's neither here nor there.
She said, we all say what we'll do when we get money, but these NBA players don't care enough to crowdsource and have a barber come in and give them a haircut on game days. Steph Curry be having that 9-day-old cut on the court, one of the highest paid dudes on the court, and could care less about the lineup.
Exactly. Like I wouldn't care. First off, I'm married already. I have kids. I'm sitting out here playing the game that I love at the highest level that you can play, and you talking to me about a haircut. F out of here, man.
If you look rough, you look rough.
Yeah, man, I'm playing a game.
But we can still comment that you look rough.
Yeah. Whatever. But no, man, I just think yes, go Celtics all the way, go green. Except when they play the Vols, and I don't think that'll ever happen.
Okay.
That's the only time I'm gonna not root for the Celtics is when they play the Vols.
Okay.
And until that day happens,
Yeah, I don't know
go
what
green.
KD's hair is doing. It's just
Oh, KD's hair is just like,
it's hair.
and he's balding too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, just shave it.
Mm-hmm. Like figure out something to do.
That is the number
Get a
one
hair
reason.
transplant.
Number one reason I grew my hair out, because all my friends started balding. And I was
You
like,
sound just like my brother.
does mine still grow?
Remember, he said that exact same thing. He said, I won. He said, we all put a bet in about being able to grow our hair out. I won. I'm just not going to cut it now. So my brother has had, oh my gosh. He started growing his hair out like before I got to high school, I believe.
Oh, yeah? Oh, that's a long time. You've been out of high school.
A long time. Let's not talk about numbers. It's been a long time. I'm coming up on 20.
Yeah, me too.
And I was in high school. So he's been growing his hair for, he didn't have locks then, but he's been growing his hair for about 20 years.
Yeah. That's too funny, man. So
what else do you have on your list?
That's like we got off the list. I had
Obviously.
3 things written on my list, man. Oh, Prize. We didn't talk about Prize being found guilty.
Ghetto superstar.
That is what you are.
Jail.
Convicted on 10 counts in a conspiracy trial.
He's a Chinese government informant.
Yeah, I was like, what? Like, how did that, never expected it.
It's
I
was so confused.
It's like, what happened, man?
So confused.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to pull up the story now.
Oh, yeah.
Price.
Oh, and Biden is running again. This gonna be an old.
I don't even want to talk about it. I really
person.
don't want to talk about it. My God.
We're gonna hear all these commercials. Like, that's what be getting on my nerves.
We asked for something else. This wasn't what we asked for.
These commercials, like, none of them are interesting. They always talk about the other person.
Yeah.
You know?
Again, this isn't what we asked for. Okay, so
like, he was at a party with teenagers. Well, you was there too.
It's a multi-million-dollar political conspiracy. That also apparently included Leonardo DiCaprio and Jeff Sessions.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't Jeff Sessions the
the attorney general or former attorney
Yeah.
general. Um, he was accused of funneling money from a Malaysian financier through straw donations. And he was funneling money into Obama's 2012 reelection campaign.
Hmm.
And they were giving him the money to get people, like trying to get someone to meet Obama. It's all very confusing.
Yeah.
And I was like, who picked prize of all the people?
Yeah. Miss Tillman. I saw that and I was like, kudos to you. Cause he don't have to give anybody anything.
His mama.
He doesn't have to give anybody anything.
His
She was
mama.
just advising him.
No, his mama's gonna get
Like she's gonna get something. She stands to benefit, you know.
I think that if our kids went on to do anything that needed a manager or an agent, I would try to put myself in that capacity.
I wouldn't, because I would be like, I want to be a parent and I want to root for you.
I'm not saying I want to take the official title,
Yeah.
but I want to go into it with the notion of you understanding what you're worth and adding tax.
Like the crazy thing about Lamar Jackson, like I don't know the numbers, right? But the crazy thing, Lamar Jackson came off of his MVP.
Yes, real life Tasha Maddie. I helped manage someone's music career once upon a time. So like I have experience in that regard with the negotiation of contracts and things.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be different if it was my child.
Yeah. It'll be completely different. Like I know my strength.
Regina said I manage travel.
I know my strength, and I know that ain't one of them. I can't negotiate myself out of a paper bag, and I ain't even gonna try. I'm gonna be like, man, just do what you can.
I'm willing to argue.
Yeah, I'm not.
Down to the penny, I'm willing to argue.
Where we going? But no, Lamar Jackson came off an MVP season, I think, and they were deep in the playoffs, and the Ravens didn't want to pay him what's my man name that played at Clemson, but now he went to the Texans. Now he plays for he's from the biggest thing about it, he's from Flowery Branch, and Georgia didn't pick him up, and Clemson did.
Clemson player from Flowery Branch.
Quarterback. I can't remember his name.
Jarrett?
No.
Nope. Grady Jarrett is who I'm looking at.
Look for the Browns quarterback.
Browns quarterback.
But he got 204. Yes, Watson. Deshaun Watson. He got 204 million.
Watson. Joshua
and he sat out
Dobbs
a
and
year.
Kellen Mond are the quarterbacks.
I'm sitting there thinking, like, if Deshaun can get 204 million, there's no reason why the rate, like, they lowballed Lamar Jackson. And I was like, this dude won the MVP, has consistently put y'all in the playoffs. Y'all don't want to pay him? That's crazy. But like that whole situation was getting a little rocky because he was gonna he was gonna end up not being able to get paid a lot more money. So glad he got that 185 guaranteed, and the rest is whatever it is. But kudos to him. And no agent too. So he had to sit down and negotiate this himself. Amazing.
I mean, it might have been an attorney.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had an attorney there. But
well, I'm saying, like, not him physically sitting in the seat. Like, this is what I'm doing.
Oh.
Like, this is my bottom line. What they got.
But
all right, well, we can walk.
To translate it to English.
I don't think they didn't want to deal because he didn't have an agent.
Yeah, that's stupid to me. I mean, does an agent help? Yeah, agent makes the thing a little bit better, but I mean,
like Nicole Lynn, is that her name?
That's my man's
Jalen's.
Yeah,
like Nicole, her husband is a coach.
Yeah,
I think at Colorado.
Oh yeah.
I think so. He played football at OU. That's where they met,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not
She sent
mistaken.
him a DM.
But she has like put herself in that position
Mm-hmm.
from just understanding the sports world
Yeah.
and then being close to it with her spouse, because I believe her and her husband dated in college.
Right.
And so she got to see everything that he was dealing with as a student athlete.
Yeah.
And then you can channel that into, I understand that I might not have lived the existence,
Mm-hmm.
but I understand the existence. Let me help you. And I'm like, that's a $17 million DM.
Man, best DM she ever sent, and he ever received,
Right.
because he got paid too.
Mm-hmm.
Something else that I kind of briefed over and I thought was pretty cool. The Raptors are actually looking at the Spurs. It's a Spurs coach. I can't remember her name. It starts with an H, but they're looking at her as being the
Oh yeah,
at
April
a,
and I were talking about that.
as a head coach. I was like, okay, Toronto, given that opportunity.
I'm trying to pull up her name.
Yeah,
Becky Hammon.
yeah, Becky Hammon.
April and I were talking about that because April is technically athletics adjacent,
Mm-hmm.
but she worked in athletics for so long and she dealt with a lot of coaches and players and all that stuff in her job. And she was like, I love to see it.
Like, my thing is I don't think you should be based off of something you can't control. Like, I don't think a plumber should apply for to be a surgeon,
Correct.
But if you have the credentials and can do the job, I think you should be able to apply for it.
I think that there's no difference in the job that she was doing
Yeah.
and the job that she applied for. The only difference is gender.
Right. And that shouldn't have
Anything to do with
anything
it.
to do with it. And that's why I don't understand the equal pay thing. Like, just pay what you would pay somebody with no gender, or with like, your pay shouldn't be based off of male or female. Like, that
Correct.
should not be a thing at this point. I understand, like, at some point it had to be a thing.
It didn't have to be.
It didn't
They
have to
chose
be,
for
but
it
it
to be a
was.
thing.
But at this point, like, that should be eradicated by now.
Mhm.
Like, hey, this is what we pay,
Mhm.
boy or girl.
I think that that's the big issue with the wage disparity between the WNBA and the NBA. The difference, though,
I
is
think they
butts and seats.
Yeah, I was gonna say the biggest difference between the NBA and the WNBA is how much they're generating in revenue.
Mhm.
Because the WNBA had to go to selling ads on their jerseys.
Mhm.
The NBA just started doing that because, I mean, that's more money.
Mhm.
It's a business. People be like, "Oh, it's greedy," but no, it's a business. It's supposed to make more money. That's like what it's designed to do.
Mhm.
Is to bring in more.
And then we don't think about how many millions of dollars are not just on the court, but then like in the arena.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay all these people, like the security, the
Yeah.
staff that helps you get to your seat, the food service people, like all of these people are making money
Yeah.
from these ticket sales, from these ad sales. Somebody got to do it.
Now, the thing that people were saying that I've seen was because the WNBA is a subsidy of the NBA, the NBA can put more money into
They
it.
can.
But I'm like,
They can and they should.
they can and they should, but how much money? Like, at what point do you stop?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm just bleeding money over here, like, I don't think they can say, okay, we're bleeding too much money, so we just gonna stop with the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they can do that right now, but they have to figure something out.
I hate when she whispers like that, like
Yeah,
I can hear her
like
more.
you can hear right there. But it's like, at what point, if I'm giving you money to keep you afloat, at what point do I say, all right, I'm good on this?
I don't know. That's where an accountant comes in.
Like, what threshold are you
Let's
looking
get with
at?
our people.
Right.
and do the numbers.
But it's like, man, they have to do something. So that's why I get the disparity between the WNBA and the NBA. But as far as like, you know, coaching and stuff, like with Becky Hammond, I don't like if she's the best candidate for that position, give her a shot.
Mhm.
You know,
Like, there's no way that you could tell me that Pat Summitt could not have coached NBA basketball.
yeah.
You can't make me believe that she couldn't have.
Somebody tried to make the argument that if Becky Hammond got this job, the men would not respect her because the question of if she dressed up and wore something sexy or like just wore a dress. I don't know what she
I have
looks.
never seen a woman coach in a dress.
Man, it's one man that she's a man.
Is she in dresses?
She dresses
I've seen coaches dress nicely.
like I mean, man, I think she's not a. She used to be a coach. I thought she was the head coach, but she wasn't. I think it's for Texas. It's a coach for Texas that like
University of Texas.
Yeah, the fake UT. She she dressed her butt off, and
the
like,
women's coach.
Yeah, it's
No.
it's a. She's like a liaison for something. I don't know, but she bad. She bad.
Oh, okay. I see who
You
you're
see what I'm
talking
talking
about.
about?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
there's like it's
She does have on a dress on the side, and she also got on some pink
yeah.
latex looking
Yeah.
pants.
What's it? Sydney Carter.
Mhm.
Yeah. Man, my goodness.
But I don't think that that's a respect thing.
I don't need it. Like they were saying that they would be like, Coach can get it, you know, and that
And she not giving it.
right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you want a sexual assault
right.
case?
The thing about it is like these are men that play basketball. If she can lead them somewhere, she can have the job.
Mhm.
But if she can't, if she's not, if the whatever you go through to hire a coach, I've never hired a coach, but whatever you go through, whatever
I've
process,
never hired more than a CNA.
right? Whatever you go through,
No, I hired
Texas
nurse.
A&M. That's what it was. Man,
Yes, that's what I just saw. The pink pants.
the pink pants. Let me see it.
Really?
I didn't see the pink.
You
pants.
did see the pink pants. Stop lying.
Oh yeah, I did see those. Them pink pants. My goodness. He says it's a distraction.
But that's their fault for being
She's a
distracted.
distraction.
But that's their fault for being distracted.
It is their fault. But you know, for me, I ain't playing basketball, so I can be distracted all I want to. She's been with the like an assistant coach with the Spurs for a very long time because it was talked about her being the first assistant coach, female assistant coach for NBA team. So, no, I think she's highly qualified and you know to get in that position, and hopefully she can get it. Yeah, that's the important thing. It's like you can't, you know,
You not gonna get her just because she the coach.
right. You may think you have the gift of gab, but she gonna look at it. All right, so I got a job to do.
Get out of my face.
Right. You will get put off this team.
Mm-hmm. Don't get messed up.
Right.
I was about to say something outside of that.
What?
I don't remember.
Oh. I gotta get this fence up.
Oh, you're working on the fence?
Yeah.
Are y'all going to this party?
It's tomorrow.
I thought it was today.
No, it's tomorrow.
Are you sure? Oh, it is tomorrow.
Yeah. Very sure. Yeah, man. I'm almost done with phase 2. Then phase 3 begins.
Yeah, Tommy has really. I'm gonna put that short up today.
What short?
I'm not short. The YouTube short of the fence of what you've done so far.
Oh.
Tommy has really been working diligently on this fence, and
I discovered some
ready
things
for it
about
to be
myself
done.
this week.
Go ahead and share with the class.
I don't know how to use a tape measure.
You thought you did.
I thought I did, but I don't. Um, the funniest part about it was I had to make 4 cuts on a 2x4 so it fits between the posts. First off, my post wasn't evenly put together, but that's another story.
We didn't do the post.
We didn't do the post because that would have been the hardest part.
That was the
Got a
outsourced job.
got a YouTube video about it. It's coming soon.
It's done, isn't
It's
it?
already done and everything like that. I'm just waiting on management to upload and put it
hush.
out. So I'm there. I measured my thing. I measured twice so I can cut once, and ended up not cutting it like short enough. So I had to cut it again. Still didn't cut it short enough. Had to cut it again.
It was
Cut it too short. God, dog. So I had to get.
So imagine him just walking in the house saying, I don't know how to use the tape measure.
Right.
I'm like, what?
Like I can't, for some reason, I just don't know how to use this thing because I ain't got it wrong a lot. Oh man.
It does. Like I watched somebody recently build a shed in their backyard. And I'm like, Tommy, we can do it.
I've built a smart mirror before. Like I like challenging myself like that. And they like
this smart mirror still haven't made his way to our house.
Nah, he gave it away.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Did he give it to his uncle?
I don't know who he gave it to. I told him to, he do whatever he wants to. Cause I just wanted to see if I could do it. Yeah, YouTube definitely emboldens me to say there's nothing that I can't do. And this fence is the biggest thing. I can't wait till I finish with it so I can look back and be like, look what I did. But yeah, man, I am like excited for it because it looks from this part, it looks good. It looks like a regular fence. But it's
it
just
like a regular
right.
fence.
It looks like a regular fence. But like, man, I'm making all type of cuts with this thing.
I'm happy we have some extra wood.
I am too, because I sure been like, dang, man, I gotta go back and get some more wood. And it's killing me because I got one part to do on this right side, and then I just got to build the gates, and then I can put the pickets up.
The pickets are gonna be the hopefully quick part of the process.
Because it's at most is 6 nails that need to go on one picket. It's like 180 pickets. And you got to use a gun. Pop, 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 pop,
Oh, Pinterest has me thinking that I can make anything. At the beginning of quarantine, I was like, I'm buying a balloon pump and I'm going to make balloon arches.
Man,
Tommy was so irritated by me
I
and
sure
my
was,
balloons.
man, because she'll blow the balloons up and just leave them. I'd be like, dog, man, what you said. But I mean, I'm committed at this point.
That too short piece, will it fit?
Yeah, I'm gonna reuse the stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Will it fit on this one? Because that piece is not the shortest.
No, that piece is not the shortest. I'm gonna use it to build the gates and and stuff. So like I bought extra stuff. So that's why I wasn't too messed up about it. But I was like, I need to figure out how to use this tape measure because I can't just be up here having to cut stuff 4 and 5 times when it's just a simple yank, and I should be good. So that's something I discovered about myself. So I've been watching YouTube videos on how to officially, like I knew I had an issue when we put the door up. Right?
Oh yeah. Tommy put our pantry was just open, and I went and bought the smallest door that I could find, not knowing that we needed 2 inches of give. So we really needed a custom door, like something that we couldn't have just went into a big box store and purchased.
Then it doesn't help that it's not level.
Yeah, the floor, the rectangle that the door fits into is not symmetrical.
Yeah.
They just threw it up. So it took them a while.
Yeah, we had a video about it, but I
Tommy lost the video footage.
But I knew I had an issue there, right?
Mhm.
I was like, okay, but I didn't know it was like it wasn't until this week I
Travis
was like,
said, "Who measured this?"
right. It wasn't until this week I was like, yeah, I don't know how to use this. I ain't using this thing right. And you have to see my face when I came to the realization that I can't possibly be using this right. So I mean, I had a good time putting this fence together, but I'm ready to be done with putting this fence together.
I'm ready for it to be done so that I don't have to worry about Bambi being in the backyard.
Yeah,
Cause
it's a whole family of Bambies
it's
back
a
there.
family of deer that graze at our fence line.
Yeah,
And I just know one of these days, if we don't hear and get this finished, they're gonna be in my garden
yeah.
eating up my tomatoes.
Like, come on, get it, get it. You know, but yeah. I tell her to upload the video on YouTube. Check one of the shorts. This is just a little short video.
Yeah, it's just a short for the what he's done so far on the
Yeah.
fence. Yes, a family of deer. I'll text you the picture of the little deer family, Regina. Let me text you right now.
Um, but yeah, man, I'm gonna put the video of the phase one up sometime, and we'll go from there. I try to explain what I did eventually, but
Mm-hmm.
I ain't have a big part in that part, so I
Yeah,
just paid for it. But anyway,
he paid for it and recorded it. You send him the link.
yeah. Um, yeah, I know it, man, but he can't see the garden that well. But
I don't think that they gonna have the I don't say the capabilities, but it'll be hard for them to get the running start to jump
yeah,
the fence back
yeah,
there. Not to say that they can't jump the fence, but they don't really just be jumping. They just be back there foraging for food.
mm-hmm,
There's two new subdivisions less than a mile from our house, and I'm gathering that that's where they used to live. And with them two new subdivisions, it's just been difficult
mm-hmm,
for them to have somewhere to stay and eat, and they just been kind of kicking it in the woods behind our house.
yeah. I don't like it, but
Mm-mm.
hey, we'll figure out a way to deal with it. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Well, guys, the time has come.
We survived, and Quash just waking up.
God is just waking up. So
Let me go
thank
get
you
him.
guys for joining us this morning on this coffee break.
Yes, thank you.
I actually recorded a little intro that I'm gonna practice on and see how it goes. But yeah, appreciate you guys joining us this morning for the coffee break. Hopefully, you guys have a great weekend and join us tomorrow. I think we're going live with Jack and Glenn. I think it's usually around 3 o'clock. And I say I think because sometimes it changes. Regentrification for Bambi. Yep. We got to figure that part out. But yeah, you guys have a great weekend. We love you guys and thank you. So see you guys this week. Peace out.
Baby's up.